Today we want to configure a start on connect property of virtual desktop in Azure. I have already provisioned a host pool for virtual desktop, and in my host pool I have one virtual machine, but the property for a start VM on connect is not activated, and we want to activate it today. To activate this property, I want to use Powershell. Therefore, I started a cloud console here, and the important point here that we have to consider is if I go to my resource group, avd is the resource group where I created my virtual desktop, and it's important that I start the cloud shell in the same subscription, unless we cannot update the property or we cannot get the resource to update its property. As described in this Microsoft document, we have to create a custom role and assign it to Windows Virtual Desktop to let Virtual Desktop to start a VM when we connect to a VM. I want to do these steps through the PowerShell. I go back to Azure Portal. I have already defined and created a custom role definition body, and of course the PowerShell command that I want to use to not waste your time. The first variable that I define is a subscription ID. You have to replace the subscription ID with your subscription ID and paste it in your PowerShell to define this variable. The next step, I would create a JSON file where I would copy and paste the custom role definition. In the next step, I open the created file in an editor, open the file in the editor, and copy paste the value in this file. Pay attention to the subscription ID. You have to replace this subscription ID in your custom role definition and save the file. After that, you can close the editor. The next step, I want to create a custom role. And we can check the return value. Everything is fine. As next, I would connect to Azure AD. To be able to get the object application ID of the Windows Virtual Desktop. We can check it together. I go to subscription to see if the custom role has been created or not. Yes, it has been created. Then I would assign the created custom role to Windows Virtual Desktop application. We can check it together to see if the role assignment has been done. Yes, Windows Virtual Desktop Enterprise application has the custom role that I have created already. I have cleared the PowerShell to make it possible that you see the command that I execute. Actually, I copy paste the commands from the right side to the left side. And now I want to get a pool to see if it is accessible for me. Yes, great. and then I update the property of the pool. Now if I go to my virtual desktop, to my host pools, to the pool one that I created, properties, actually the start VM on connect have to be active, or the property have to be set on true. And now when you try to connect to a VM, it will start it for you.